Last month, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change released a deeply alarming report. It shows that climate disruption caused by human activities is widespread and intensifying. The report is indeed a code red for humanity. Much bolder climate action is needed ahead of COP26, with G20 nations in the lead to maintain international peace and security. Our window of opportunity to prevent the worst climate impacts is rapidly closing. No region is immune. Wildfires, flooding, droughts, and other extreme weather events are affecting every continent. The effects of climate change are particularly profound when they overlap with fragility and past or current conflicts. It is clear that climate change and environmental mismanagement are risk multipliers. Where coping capacities are limited and there is high dependence on shrinking natural resources and ecosystem services, such as water and fertile land, grievances and tensions can explode, complicating efforts to prevent conflict and to sustain peace. Let me highlight three absolute priorities in climate action. First, we need unambiguous commitment and credible actions by all countries to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius to avert the most catastrophic impacts of climate change. I urge all member states to show more ambition in their national determined contributions by COP26 and to translate their commitments into concrete and immediate action. Collectively, we need a 45% cut in global emissions by 2030. Second, to deal with the already dire impacts of climate disruption on the lives and livelihoods of people all over the world, we need a breakthrough on adaptation and resilience. It is essential that at least 50% of climate finance globally is committed to building resilience and supporting adaptation. And this need is urgent, as growing climate impacts remind us daily. Annual adaptation costs in developing countries are estimated in $70 billion, and they are expected to reach up to $300 billion a year by 2030. Huge gaps remain in adaptation finance for developing countries. We simply cannot achieve our shared climate goals, nor achieve hope for lasting peace and security, if resilience and adaptation continue to be the forgotten half of the climate equation. This neglect is seriously endangering our collective efforts on the crucial road to COP26 in November. And developed countries must uphold their promise to deliver before COP26 $100 billion in climate finance annually to the developing world. And they must ensure this reaches the most affected populations. The quality of this finance is also key. Grant financing is essential, as loans will add to already crushing debt burdens in the most climate vulnerable countries. Third, climate adaptation and peace building can and should reinforce each other. For example, in Lake Chad region, dialogue platforms for cooperatively managing natural resources, supported by the Peace Building Fund, have promoted reforestation and improved access to sustained livelihoods. In West and Central Africa, cross-border projects have enabled dialogue and promoted more transparent management of scarce natural resources, a factor of peace. And as climate change is impacting water resources worldwide, we must leverage water for peace, drawing lessons from the past. For example, in the Sava River Basin in Eastern Europe, transboundary water cooperation was the starting point of regional reconciliation and cooperation after the deadly war in the Balkans in the 90s. Across all these efforts, women are a critical agents of change. This Council has long recognized and sought to strengthen women's role in sustaining peace. Women and girls face severe risks from both climate change and conflict, and their meaningful participation and leadership brings more sustainable results that benefit more people.